What's up, guys? Mount Vernon Kid here, coming to you again. How's everybody doing out there? Uh, Welcome again back to Characters Why I Like Them, Series 2. Uh, this week, I give you, I'm gonna keep it with the ladies here. Gotta show respect to the ladies. Uh, I'm giving you one of Nintendo's great female heroes, Miss Samus Aran. Uh, a great character nonetheless. One of those characters, what they call a femme de force, basically a character, woman that does not need the help of a man. Um, First came out, was introduced to the world in 1986. Guys, I was 4 years old when she came out. In the game Metroid, she was created by Makoto Kano, and Samus is basically she was an ex. She's the protagonist of the Metroid game series, and she was an ex intergalactical galactic Federation soldier turned bounty hunter. That literally basically was fitting because she used a power armored suit to do her bounty hunting. Um, Her origin was really, they really didn't really get into the origin from the first game, if I can remember that good. It's been a long time since I played the first game, the original one, but it does go back to she was orphaned as a young girl. The colony she was on, her parents, Rodney and Virginia Aran, they were killed. Uh, and she was raised by these bird-like aliens known as the Chozo, and they taught her the ways of the of the power suit and things like that, and that's how she became who she is now. Uh, she, as maybe Chung Li, maybe the first female of fighting games, but it's Samus who put her in that category, put her in that situation in a way so there could be a Chung Li and all the other females that are in video games now. Samus was the first. Say what you want about, oh yeah, well, there was Princess Peach and all that. No, forget that. It was Samus. She really put the logic of female that does not need a male to back her up or to save her in that category. That's something that I've always loved about Samus. She just looks, her attitude is very calm in demeanor, and it's not like she's a badass to her in a terms of she knows she's badass, but she's feared throughout the galaxy. Everybody knows who she is. They know who she is. They know how lethal she is and what she can do. Uh, um, with that power suit as well. Now, Makoto Kano did create the character, but it was Hiroji Kirotaki who basically designed Samus, basically. So you got to give both of them credit where credit is due. I can't just knock Kyotai San's. Like I said, Samus has appeared in approximately, if I'm not mistaken, 11 Metroid games. As of I think of 2011 or so. Correct me if I'm wrong on that one, guys. And she's appeared outside of other medias. For example, there was a comic series, a comic version of her. She's been in the Smash Brother games. She she's she appeared in Super Mario RPG, Kirby Superstar, Kirby Dreamland #3. And if I'm not mistaken, she was playable along with Link in Dynasty Warriors Versus. Go figure that. the one thing I've always loved, and it's never gotten me tired about it, is how many of you playing the first game, all right, beat that game and thinking this was a dude. Never didn't think this was a guy, all of a sudden at the end she removes the armor and it's a girl. Um that must have thrown, I can only imagine how many people out there was just like, "Whoa, a woman." Not in that sense of it's bad, but wow, okay. This is good. This is something different, with all the females that are in movies that are playing strong, like strong women, like I could just let me just take one off the top of my head, Sarah Connor, somebody like that. Here we got Samus, who comes along in the early stages of video games, where we didn't see that. We didn't see a female being taken, seriously. It was unheard of. It really was. And to see this woman in a power suit, but prove that she doesn't really need that, because later on in the game series, there were missions where she was outside of her power suit and she's just as deadly without it. But here she is in this power suit that has a little bit of resemblance of, Iron Man and the Guyver and people like that, and Mega Man. Let me throw Mega Man in there because the blaster, but can spin up in a ball and do all these great, fantastic moves and go out looking and go bounty, and you go searching for the antagonists of the series, the space pirates and their leader, Ridley. That was always something that was very special to me about Samus. If you were to say she was a Amazon, you better believe it. She was an Amazon. According to Super Metroid's player guide, Samus stood exactly 6'3", and she was about average of I say about 198 pounds. So and that's without the armor. So she was a pretty tall woman, as well as pretty heavy for someone. But that comes from all that running around, and to me, you gotta be pretty kind of in shape to be wearing that armor. That armor looks heavy as it is. As for the actresses who voiced her over the years, I'll just do the English actors if that's okay. Jennifer Hale, who is one of my voice celebrity crushes, did her voice from 2002 to 2007, and anytime Jennifer Hale is just really good at voice. Okay, I don't mind her at doing anybody's voice in a way sometimes. And then you have in 2008, Alexia Glidewell took over, and then 2010, Jessica Martin took over. And for all those who want to know who that the woman was who portrayed her in that commercial, her name was Chris Soto Morshita. Morshista. I hope I'm saying her name right. The thing about Metroid is that you never get tired of her, guys. That's the one thing. Nintendo always seems to really know how to reinvent her and showcase her as being that femme de force, basically, as a woman in a male-dominated role, but she's a breakthrough female character in video games. You know what I'm saying? She really pushed the bar in terms of females in video games now. Literally basically the first dominant female. You cannot deny that. Let me give you some other. Game Daily said they listed the discovery of her gender as one of the greatest moments in Nintendo history. That I will definitely agree with that. Uh, that is a very great moment and in the company's history. Um, she in daily game dailies ranking, Samus was the 70th of the list, the 17th, seventh, excuse me, the seventh on the top 50 hottest game babes. uh, I may have put a little higher than that, but I it's they described her as a refreshing change of pace, a tough, no nonsense warrior that isn't afraid to remove her famous orange and yellow power suit and let her hair down, especially revealing her skin tight clothing. And I quote, that's from one of their sites. Um, and in addition to that, they list her as smart and sexy heroine, which I can definitely agree with that as well. You know, she really is. I hope that Nintendo continues to push her in a direction of showcasing how strong and intelligent and sexy she is as a character. Um, and showcase that you don't have to have you can have a you don't have to have a Y chromosome to be a badass and, you know, save the world, save the galaxy. Yeah, X. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong in that one too, guys. Um, you know, and that's just a little bit about Samus, guys. That I thought I let you guys on and why I like her so much. She truly is one of those special Nintendo characters I love. She is probably, if I was to say favorite Nintendo characters, she would be number two in my list. She's my number two. Of course, she's beaten out by Link, but yeah, she's my number two up there. Uh, and I hope nobody asks, "Hey, Chris, where's Mario?" Okay, but other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed my take on uh, Samus, Miss Aran. I hope you guys enjoyed a little trip down memory lane with me because I truly grew up with this character and things like that. And as always, this is Mount Vernon Kid asking you guys, what do you think of Samus? Do you like her? Do you hate her? Do you feel Nintendo's pushing her very well? Is she at that point now where she's like Link in a way, like they don't need to put out a game every second like a certain character, or or is it time now for Nintendo to push some of their other lesser known characters? In my opinion, she's up there now where, you know, every year is good enough for me to bring out a new Metroid game. Don't need to bring it out every a month and a half, or, you know, more than one game to me, because one is just enough for me to satisfy my craving for her, just like Link, you know. But other than that, I just like to say once again, thanks for listening, guys. As always, this is Mount Vernon Kid. Characters why I liked them. I will see you guys next week, God willing, with the next character in Series 2. Other than that, peace. You guys take care.